Hello, all. I hope you've had a good day. I've had a good day. Oh my goodness. Had a lot that came to me today. I did indeed. I did indeed. It's like so crazy in the last week. God, the divine and source, it's like they've just been putting these little nuggets of my blueprint together for me to see in reference to just my family bloodline and my lineage and an understanding and a knowing of where it all stems from, where it all is coming from, how it's all interconnected, and just the magnitude and the impact in reference to my calling and my purpose. I've always known in different ways that my calling and my purpose is bigger than me. I've made that abundantly clear. And that I'm just literally just like a vessel. Literally. Just being me too. Just straight being me. To the best of my abilities. Being raw, transparent, authentic. And being, truthful and honest and loving and enduring and encouraging and kind and generous. I saw a comment where somebody said, be kind. You never know what somebody's going through. And that's straight facts. You don't ever know what anybody's going through. So you always lead with a kindness, with a purity, right? And understanding. And you never know what choices people have. You have no idea the circumstantial events that surround somebody. To make choices they make, or, a lifestyle that they carry. You just don't know. For me, in reference to seasons of my life, which I'm going to unpack seasons of my life and just the circumstantial events that surrounded him and why I made the decisions that I made. For example, marrying my ex-husband when I knew I shouldn't. I even tried to call off the wedding a month before. I literally called all the vendors. And his proposal was, let's just have a fake wedding. A fake wedding. And I was told by my mother, look, the grass isn't greener on the other side. This is as good as it gets. And, so there's a little nugget for you in reference to choices. You don't know people's choices, right? And because I understand that in reference to different seasons of my life, that's why I don't ever judge. I don't judge people. Although I carry so much judgment that's put out into me from other people, I try my best not to pour that out into the world. You got to get to a place in your life where it ends with you. It stops with you. That's how you break generational curses. And it came to me. A couple things today. I see the difference in my son in reference to me and the healing and the endurance and how I have operated in the last 10 months. October, it'll be a year. Where I can see him picking up nuggets from it. And that in itself is oof, enough for me, to let me know I'm moving in the right direction. My purpose, my path, I move at the speed I move. I'm a very slow person. I'm not in any kind of hurry to reach any kind of achievement, because I already feel like I've achieved life goals, quite frankly. Based off everything that I've overcome and just being able to be at peace with myself and love myself for who I am with my flaws, whether that's I want to have a couple beers here and there, whether or not I smoke cigarettes, whether or not, you know what I'm saying, I might carry, unfavorable habits that aren't great. I understand that. God talks to me about that all the time too. He does. I'm I hear you, God, I know. But it's just one of those things that I know he still loves me, right? He loves me because he sees my heart. He sees how I operate. I know he does. And I know that in every beacon fiber bone of my body. You know? I just have a very unique heart. I really do. And there's a couple things that came to me today. You know, if anyone doesn't want to stand against corruption, it's because they're implicated. Implicated meaning someone has something they can blackmail them with. That's a hard truth. That's a hard truth I've had to face in my life in reference to like loved ones, past friendships, past lovers, XYZ. It's like a lot of the times when you're not presented the full story, you're presented illusions and you're used as a tactic, you make decisions that you make. And that's all based on the conformity of the world. You know what I mean? Here's the crazy part. Because we live in a world that like exploits people, and uses just the advantages that say people may have in reference to different XYZs and secret XYZs and all of this stuff, that the whole innocent until proven guilty doesn't even remain anymore. It's all based off he said, she said. Everybody knows something that knows something that knows something about it. Straight up. And it all depends on the fact and how much power those that say are a part of your testimony purpose, because they have made decisions to go about building abundance in their life that probably are very unfavorable and at other people's expense. Because I can pick up on those things and I know those things, I come with a heavy hit, you know, and it's a part of it. It really is. It's a hard truth, but it's the facts. Like, innocent until proven guilty. What does that even mean? I mean, I don't know. Ask those that keep it targeting me. Really, straight up. But when it comes to being kind, when you don't know people's, you know, story, what they're going through, and you don't know their choices, say presented to them, particularly my entire life, I've always been presented choices that said people presented me with, and both choices were going to be my detriment. Straight up. Straight up, because there's always been pull and strings in my life by the exterior world until the last 10 months. Until the last 10 months. But that was all designed by God. Every single part of it. Every single part of it. But when you're going into your day-to-day and you're choosing to be being kind to one another, why don't we start being generous as well? Generous as well. There are so many people out here hurting monetarily, and they don't put it out in the world because they're scared of what the world's gonna think. And so they just rack up debt. They carry it all on the inside to keep up with the Joneses. And then you have other people that have an abundance and have the ability to give, and they know that about people. They know that they're people pleasers. They know that they have been conformed, and they can use them for their betterment, right? And so because we live in a world like that, we have such an imbalancing of scales. And I hope this video resonates, but I just pose this in reference to being kind. Absolutely be kind, but be generous too. Be generous too. And I'm only saying that to those that are in a position to be generous. Like, it would be very easy for me to turn, like, said $1 million into a business or a nonprofit that could make money substantially enough to pour it back out into the world based off the blueprint and the mechanics and different things that God has shown me that I could do. Now, I ain't gonna say that out loud because I'm tired of everybody siphoning and stealing my stuff. That's something I'm gonna keep in my back pocket. God told me to do that too. I'll tell you that too. But I'm just saying, it's very easily that you can do that. They're just choosing not to. And that's what's messed up. That's what's messed up right there. And so if you're in a position to be generous, be generous. Be generous.